G'day, Danny. How are you? Hello,
I'm
everybody.
good. How are you?
I'm good. Life is good today. I can't complain
Life
at
is
all.
good today. I was wearing your t-shirt today and I was going to wear it for the show and then I spilt stuff on it, so I had to get changed.
I've got a new one. Hey, Kaz.
How's everything been? It's been since Tamworth. It feels like forever, but it's a couple of months.
Yeah,
You
goes quick.
Tamworth was pretty crazy for you, and you got to debut She Don't on the stage
Yep.
for Star Maker. Have you
Yep.
come down from that high yet?
Yeah, look, it was a really an amazing experience. Look, to be honest, more so just to have my kids and my family there. That was I spent a lot of time in this factory here writing and playing music and just to see like my young fella Finney on Hey Liza, young fella Finney on my dad's shoulders there when I walked out. Like I literally had to choke back some tears.
Yeah.
But it's just just a really special occasion and as you said, just to play two of my own songs. They
Yeah.
all talk about picking the right songs and that kind of stuff. But look, I kind of had a bit of a plan to it as well. Even if I didn't win, I knew I was going to get some really good footage from it too, and which is why I did She Don't as well. So yeah, it was a great experience. I mean, look, it's 10 amazing, all different artists in that kind of competition, and just to kind of play your songs up on stage there. You're kind of in the spotlight there now, which is good. You're on the radar, so it was a really, really great experience.
Yeah, and especially for you because you've been to a few Tamworths where you haven't played, but you came along and got the feeling of Tamworth and got to sort of really enjoy the venues as a fan before getting out there and just going for it. Did you feel different because of that? Do you think that helped you understand what people were
Yeah, look,
looking for?
it definitely did. I think so. Yeah, look, I'm obviously a big fan of going around supporting lots of other, different sort of
Yeah,
people, and obviously my brother Robbie was on there a couple of years ago, and just to see his progression in the last couple of years, he's done outstandingly well. So
yeah,
look, it was I suppose one big thing he said just enjoy it, mate. There's like you don't know what the judges are looking for. You don't know. He said the fact that you get to sing a couple of your own songs or just to perform it on that
yeah,
big stage
yeah.
was phenomenal. So
It's huge.
yeah, look, it was a great experience, and didn't get the chocolates on the night, but I already felt that I'd won because as I said, just I try to I mean, you've got to work to your strengths, So, and
Yeah.
I think my performance was fun and a bit different and engaging, and
Yes,
I
it was.
tried, I tried to put a performance together.
You did, and you came out. You even I watched you. You knew I was watching you from home, and I was messaging you before the show, and you came
Yeah,
out. You gave hats away. Your performance was next level, and I was in the comments watching what everyone was saying, and they just loved it because of that. It wasn't the same as any artist on that stage. You just went out
yeah.
and did you, and it really worked. It was so
Well,
much fun.
you're right. That's what you got to do. There's some incredible singers out there, some incredible guitar players. Look, I just feel I got some good energy and just love a crowd interaction. So I was trying to, bring the people in, and like, to be honest with you, at the very start of Life is Good Today, when I got everybody to high five, I really
Yes,
wished it
yeah,
panned out because even the judges were doing it. Like honestly,
I love
excuse
it.
me, everybody in the whole crowd, and I mean it. They all high
Yeah,
five with this, and that's why I play music. I just I want people to feel good. I want
yeah.
people to have a great time together, and as I said, that was a highlight for me, just because I was a bit nervous. I was like, oh, what if no one does?
Yeah, they did. They all did it, and it was so much fun. Oh, I think we've just frozen for a minute. Just a moment. I will take you off the screen and put you back on. Don't know what's happened. James is frozen. Give him a moment, and I'm sure he'll come back in once it starts working. Um, Before we do go on with James, tell us a little bit in the comments who has seen or listened to She Don't since Tamworth. He's coming. It's still frozen. We're going to give him a moment to come back in. James, if you can hear me, log back out and come back into the room, and it should bring you back up. Um, tell us who. Here we go. It's working now. I got you back. I
How
don't know.
good's Australian internet, right?
Yeah, so I've switched to Starlink.
Yeah,
Yep,
I think
I gave
I
up. I
yeah.
tried. I've been trying so hard. Eliza said that you've seen seen you play it recently for She Don't. Tell us a little bit about She Don't, because it's been around for a little while. I remember it was probably this time last year that we would have been talking about it and listening to She Don't and trying to get that to sound the way you wanted it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I came down to Tasmania with Matt Fell in February last year, and this is the first kind of like round of the new sort of sound that I'm going for, that kind of big anthemic. You know, I love the synthesizer. I know it's not a traditional country instrument, but I just love the euphoria and just what a synth can create. So look, I actually wrote the song in this factory here with Jax Tonic, one of my mates, and who's an artist as well, and we had about an hour and a half of a session. It just couldn't. You know, I don't do a lot of co-writes. I like to do a lot of my own stuff, but we came together and for an hour and a half, you know, if you're trying to be creative, sometimes it just doesn't work. So we said, look, let's scrap this idea, and we just threw some chords out, and all of a sudden I heard the dun 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 dun. I just heard the she don't. I was listening to a lot of Beatles at the time, and I just love how the Beatles really that like if you hear their songs, they're just hooks. Yeah. They repeat the hooks, and it's so repetitive all the way through. I just thought that's cool. And when I heard the she don't, I was like, that's just, even though it's not proper English, I think it's just a cool title, like a cool hook, and it's so easy to sing. And then I love Luke Bryan's the Play It Again. That's that song.
Yes, I love that song.
Storytelling song. So so we thought we'd build a story around, you know, basically a girl, you know, a bloke buys her a drink. He knows she's not from the country, but he buys her a drink, and basically, she doesn't like all these country things. She doesn't like dust and tractors and all, you know, mud and all this kind of stuff. And then they spend a bit of time during the song, as you know, and as love makes you do sometimes, you do stuff that you wouldn't normally do. So, you know, she ends up becoming a country girl.
I love it. And that's exactly what we were talking about before we went live, you know, turning into a country girl and meeting that one that you love. Scott has done all these amazing things for us tonight, James.
Yeah, good.
How good is this? So if people want to actually have a look at scan that QR code now, or at the end, you can actually go back into it if you want to actually listen to the song. But yeah, so 12 months, it's been a bit over 12 months. My cat's just decided to join us on the table. I'm sorry. Mum's taking him away. He's been doing really strange things tonight. Sorry about that. So when you were writing it 12 months ago, what made you, was the region that you chose to release now because of Star Maker? Was that sort of why you chose to release it this?
Look, to be honest, it was done before Star Maker, but I just knew that because I'm working on a new album and I'm coming down to Tasmania to finish the album in June. So I just didn't want to put it like. Honestly, Danny, when I heard this song, I remember exactly where I was. Like, I was laying on Marley's bed, and I heard it for the first time, and I just had to smile from ear to ear. I was just like, this is the song. Like, this is the start of, like, you know, where I want to get to. So I believe that, like, it's, you know, something was holding me back. You know, I didn't want to just put it out and have nothing to back it up straight afterwards.
Yep.
So I held on to it for about 6 months, and then I applied for that Star Maker again, you know, and then when I got into that, I thought, you know what, I'm going to hold off till after Star Maker, because I've got these other songs that are already recorded, ready, locked and loaded, ready to go off the back of this as well. And I also thought I'm going to perform it as part of Star Maker so I can get some good footage as well.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Just the way the universe kind of worked, it was just like, you know what, let's hold off. I only released 2 songs last year, but now I've got 4, 5 ready to go this year off the back of Star Maker. Some great footage, you know. So it just wasn't the right time a year ago. Yeah.
No. Well, I remember. You know, it's funny how you said that. I remember when I first heard it. You sent it to me, and I was in the car park at Kmart, and I'm like sitting in there, and I was exactly the same as you, grin ear to ear. You just knew that this song was going to be one of your biggest songs, and and it has been. It's probably been your biggest song to date coming out, and it's just doing absolutely. I've heard it on so many stations playing. It's been fantastic, and the footage. I have seen the footage. I love the footage from that stage, and it was I think, and you said to me before you went on, I'm already a winner. And it looked like you were a winner on that stage before it had been announced. Hi, Cameron. It's a cracking song. Jane's popped in to say hello as well. There's lots of people jumping in.
Hey, Roddy.
So this year is going to be a pretty big year for you. Have you already got those songs planned, as in which one you're going to release next and what order you're doing things?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've got I've basically got another 4 ready to go.
Yes.
Just like bang, 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 bang. And then so we're having a bit of a break on gigs at the moment. We just I've got one more in Foster next month, in a few weeks, and then I'm just going to concentrate on getting these new songs ready to go. We're going to rehearse on our live shows, and then sort of come back in the start of summer with a bang. 4 songs out off the back of the album to. Just really kind of just working on a live show with it. So when we come back in 3 or 4 months, people are just like, wow, that's what we're just trying to work on. So it's a big year of releases, and then the album started next year, and hopefully that kind of gives us a bit of momentum.
Yes, absolutely. And before we do move on to your new songs, can we still get your current album?
I actually do have still CDs and stuff through my website, which is just jameskeith.au, but also just all the streaming services, YouTube and Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere like that,
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and Scott has just popped a fun fact up on the screen, and I don't know how long it's been sitting there because I was too busy talking. And he said, your debut album, Life is Good Today, hit number 1 on the ARIA Australian Country Albums chart and number 2 on the AIR Independent Albums chart. That's impressive. First album.
Yeah, look, it was it's a great kind of just flattered that people listen to my music. I don't write it for anybody else. I just 4 years ago I went through a bit of a tough period, and I thought I'm going to chase some goals and write an album, and just to have people listening to it, and meeting yourself and meeting everybody in the industry, and as you said, then Star make off the back of that. So we're moving in the right direction, and I just love I just love positivity. I love making people happy. I just love what music does in terms of brings everybody together in a beautiful place, and that's what I keep going.
Actually, and I know that I did read the second fun fact. I didn't get to read them all before we went live, but the second fun fact that Scott has done is about your time with Tony Robbins and all the different events that you've been to. Is that something that you're still following? Do you think that's helped your music career grow, having that influence?
Oh, without a doubt. I've got a big focus board behind me here, which I look at every day. Where I rehearse just over here, I've got a picture of a sold-out stadium that I'm big on manifesting. Look, it's really it's work for me. I'm not perfect by any means, but I do try and get better every single day. And I've got another course. I'm going to another UPW in Germany in September,
wow.
Without a doubt, it's definitely helped me on my journey, and just to focus, and just, as I said, this thing's full of just little quotes and just little just things that can just make you a better person in every single way. So look, I love the energy. I mean, you've met Tony Robbins, right?
Yeah.
With him, we talk about. He's just an incredible. It's funny, you go back to, I look at my biggest sort of idols, and it's all centered around love, like love and energy. Like Tony Robbins, all he does is he genuinely wants to help people. I look at Chris Martin, you go to his show, it's just such a positive, talks about love all the time. Bob Marley's another one, One Love. It's just like there's a common theme between these amazing people, and it's love, right? And so this is, Tony just makes you, really try living with love and gratitude every day. And it's very easy to get away from that because we've got a survival brain, as you know.
Yes.
So it's good just to, and the good thing about these things too is it's easy to get sidetracked by, priming by the news or by algorithms or all these negative things around. But what Tony does is he just trains you to rewire and just see things a little bit differently. So, and I've been kicked down a lot in my industry too. It's life's, full of failures, but they're only failures if you don't continue with it. So, they turn into lessons. So look, it's
That's exactly right.
I genuinely love what he's about, and if anyone out there is struggling or wants to get better, check him out. He's changed my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you can see every time that you do one of his courses and things, you come back so happy and energized. It changes everything, and you can see your growth every time you do one.
Yeah. You really do. It's just like a little zap. It's like a little just of life. So it's really been beneficial for me.
Absolutely. And Jan has popped in and she said to say hello, and Judy's popped in and she said that you give off very much the same vibes, great energy, and on and off the stage. Absolutely.
Hey,
and Michelle popped in and said hi as well.
Hello, everybody.
There's lots of people popping in. Tell us in the comments what you think of She Don't, or even have you got a favourite of James's songs that you've released so far? Because it's very hard to pick, actually. Do you have a favourite, James, so far?
Look, to be honest with you, like She Don't is legit probably one of my all-time favourite songs. I just remember when I heard it, I was just like, my God, it's got everything in it. But in saying that too, like I love On Fire as well, the song I wrote for the NRL, and I'm hoping one day, it may become it will become their theme song. I'm manifesting that. I've got very close with them a few times, and it's just hopefully a matter of time and just building up my profile. So, look, I probably on Fire, I love performing the most, but She Don't. Honestly, before Star Maker, I would have played She Don't 1,000 times practicing. I kid you not, and it just gets better and better every time you listen to it. Like you don't get sick of.
It is a great song, and I remember that I said, and that was when you sent it to me, and I listened to it in the car park. I remember I had to wait till I listened to it all to call you, and I knew then and there. I said to you that this is going to be your biggest song, and it has been. It's doing so well. If people want to listen to your music or get your music, or if you've got any merch left, I don't know whether you've got a lot of merch left at the moment, where can we go to find that?
So basically, just anything on my website, which is just jameskeith.au. But there it is there. And I'm pretty active on socials as well. Like I love connecting with fans. We're all human at the end of the day. So don't be afraid to reach out. I've got a lot of time for people who support me. So all over socials, all over. But more so, come to a gig, if you can, because I know Eliza's come to a few, and Michelle, and there's some really good supporters of me too, though. So I love giving back and love just being positive.
And the funny thing, after we last had you on the show, which must have been before Christmas, would it have been? I reckon it must have been. And I remember I had a couple of friends reach out to you that night, and then I got all these messages, so excited. He's writing back. And I'm like, James will write back to you. James loves to have a chat and get to know his fans. So
that's because I'm a fan as well. Like I love I go and try to get guitar picks and stuff. I'm still like a little kid like that. I like it's just because I sing and stuff or play, it doesn't make me any more important than anybody else. Like we're all human at the end of the day. So I love that personal kind of interaction and that,
I think it's important to know too, though, for people that do reach out, it is actually you that writes back to them. It's not somebody that's sitting behind him pretending to be James. It's all you. You're doing so much, and Marcelo's been amazingly guiding you through. We've got another fun fact. James is the son of Canterbury Bulldogs legend Peter Mortimer, the nephew of the Canterbury Bulldogs legend Steve Mortimer, and the brother of Daniel Mortimer, who plays for the Sydney Roosters. We did mention this in our last show. I think that a lot of your sporting background has given you the drive for the music industry. I think that a lot of your work.
Without a doubt, again, builds resilience, discipline. You've got to work hard. I suppose the biggest lesson is if you want it that bad, just do it. Just don't care what anybody else says. People are always going to try to bring you down. Just enjoy it along the way and just have as much fun as you can.
Absolutely. I know that you've got so much coming up this year. Do you have a dates planned for your next lot coming out? Do you have Has that been released?
So in June will be the next song
month?
called Chasing Dreams. And this is the kind of theme of the next album called Be Yourself is basically what I'm doing is, I'm 40 years young and, I just love what I've learned through the Tony Robbins thing is just squash any fear and just go for it, So Be Yourself will be the album, and it's just, as I said, it's about chasing your dreams. It's about being a good person, and just, and she done those kind of country elements in there as well. So basically, but I'm also working. Well, I finished it. It's a big country dance song too. It's got
I cannot wait. I haven't heard this one. This is one I haven't heard yet. We're going to have to.
I only got it back 2 weeks ago. It's
how exciting!
It's like a thanks, Kaz. It's like a Zach Brown cross Coldplay song. It's magic. I love it, and I can just imagine playing it in big stadium one day.
I cannot wait. Absolutely, that will be, and I will be definitely in the front row cheering you on for that because I've been watching you grow for the last. It must be 3 years now. 2 years, 3 years.
2 years. 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, watching you from the very beginning. So it's so good to see you doing so well at the moment.
No, you've been a great supporter of mine too, Danny, and I love catching up with you and Tim, you and your mum, and all your team. As I said, you've been a great supporter of me and a big help. So I really appreciate everything.
I cannot wait to see you in another few weeks to do another show with the new song. But while you're down here in Tassie, let's do a live show.
Love to, yeah. I'll have the guitar with me too, so we'll have a crack.
Yeah. I don't know what you're doing in a minute, but I'm going to head over to Channel 7 and watch Farmer Wants a Wife, which I actually think She Don't would be great on, don't you? That'd be a really good song.
Same kind of thing. Maybe get Jared to put the good word in for me.
I'm going to go and support Jared. I know we cut it fine tonight to try and fit a show in before we went to Channel 7, but if you guys have got time, head over there. I can't wait to see that. It feels like that's been a long time coming as well. But James, let's catch up in a few weeks.
Sounds great. I really appreciate everything you do, Danny. You're doing great stuff.
Anytime, guys. We'll see you next week. Oh, no, Wednesday. This Wednesday. It's this week. See you guys.